Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this past week's trades in the weekly recap. Before I get into the weekly recap, I just want to say that if you're not in the room, you should be. You can find the link in the description of the video and in my bio section of the social media accounts. Now, a new year. We did finish off 2021 really strong. I did manage to, let me look at my numbers here. See, I finished the week with 22 wins, 5 losses for a win rate of 81.48% for the week, which is very good. I exceeded my 80% goal. And for the month of December, I finished 106 wins and 19 losses for a win rate of 84%. Actually 84.80%. So I exceeded the 80% goal. I like to keep that 80% goal for the week, the month, the year, whatever. So I did get it for the week, I did get it for December, and I did also get it for the whole year of 2021 because my stats for 2021 were 914 wins and 210 losses for a yearly win rate of 81.32%. So I did beat last year's goal, which last year was 80.45% win rate for the entire year of 2020, and I wanted to exceed that, which I did. So by almost a percent, I know that doesn't seem like much, but hey, it's over 80%. That's all I care about. Now I'm trying to see if I can get a little more consistent and take less losses and trying to get the numbers up to 85%. I don't know if I can do it, but that's what I'm aiming for, and that's what I'm going to try to go for. So with that said, you can also go on my Twitter account and you can see the timestamps of the trades. It's why I post them in the on my social media accounts every day, so you can see the timestamps, because so many people out there are so full of crap and they don't have timestamps to back up anything that they call. And that's why I post it in the room. That's why I have timestamps. And that's why I have a trade ideas channel, so that way I could try to get people in trades before I make them. Well, I shouldn't say before I get into that, I guess I should say that start out with I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just my journey and what I'm doing, and I'm trying to post my trades that I'm going to take ahead of time, so that way you guys can determine if you're going to take it or not, and if you do, that is up to your discretion. So enough with all that, I guess. So just make sure that everything is working fine on my end, and it seems to be okay. Sometimes the mouse doesn't pick up. So we had a full week. I was kind of thinking we were going to have Friday off this week because of New Year's, but no, we didn't. So I was kind of annoyed about that. Like having the 3-day weekends. Let's see. Monday, where is Monday? Monday is the 27th, right? We go back it up. Yep, okay. So Monday I had BA puts right out of the gate. Was it right out of the gate? Yeah, it was right out of the gate. BA puts right out of the gate on Monday, which is, I think, right here. Now, one thing that I've been doing, and I need to do a lot more of, is that play in the direction of the RCG channel. So if price is above it, short to it. If it's below it, call up to it. And usually I do, but sometimes I just think, okay, it's not going to go any higher. It's not going to go any lower. No, I should say. I think that it's going to, like right here, it could go higher and go higher, but it doesn't. It ends up dropping. It always acts like a gravity. A magnet, I should say. So when it gets too far down, it tries to go to it and failed right here, and it dropped down more. But it actually did end up getting there right here. Gets away from it, comes back down, gets away from it, comes back down, gets away from it, comes back up. It just, the thing is like clockwork, and regardless of what time frame you're on, and when that is on the 10-minute time frame, I need to switch this to the hourly. It acts the same. Same here. You can see it gets away from it on the hourly, gets down to it, gets away from it, gets back to it. I mean, it just, sometimes it takes a week or so, but it acts as a gravity, and you need to play in the direction of it. I'm going to try to end up doing more of that in 2022, and I think that my stats will end up recovering, not recovering, but getting better. So anyways, I know I keep getting off topic, but got a lot to go over. So I did grab the BA puts at 197.50. Then 197.50 puts at $1.55 and open. Now the trade ideas channel I said on Monday. Let's see, where is it? BA puts under 201 and snap calls over 49. And I said that before pre-market. So, I mean before open. 201 is right here. Oh, down here. Why did I pick 201? Does it say 201? Got the wrong day here. Okay, wait a minute. Why did I pick 201? There's a reason why I picked 201. Oh, right here, down here. As you can see, with support right here on Friday. No, yeah, Thursday, because you get the gap up. Well, it gapped up, then it took off a little bit, then it gapped down. I figured if it's going to dump, it's going to dump underneath this area right here from Thursday. I always look back, try to see where levels are, and it did end up breaking the 201 in this one candle. So you had to be fast. And like I said, I put this out at, let's see, what's the timestamp of this? 9:22. You had 8 minutes to get your chart up, your options chain ready, and decide if you're going to take it or not. And I did break the level. They did take it. They went from 155 to 241. So that was a nice clean play on that. Then I ended up taking Snap. Snap did break the area, but Snap just has been kind of, it hasn't really had much momentum. Is this the 27th? Where is it? Right here? Yeah, right here. And I grabbed him at 9:41, right in this candle right here. Now, the one thing I like to do is that I will put levels out. I put 49, which is right here, but if the opening candle drops below and comes back and recovers, instead of buying it up here at pre-market high or previous day's high, I will buy it right here at the ORB, which is opening range breakout. So I do adjust that. So you need to make a mental note of that. I do that quite a bit. Like right here, if I was looking at it over, we'll say, that's a bad example. I look at it from the point of view like right here. I will call it, like, I'll say figuratively that I would call it 45, 40, 45, 50 round up. And because it started to sell off towards open, and it had this green candle, I would readjust and grab it right here. But it didn't come back up, so I wouldn't have grabbed it. It did break it away over here, but because it dropped here, and if it did actually rebound and break right here, that's where I would have ended up grabbing it. So you got to make a mental note. I do that quite a bit, because I feel that if it drops more, it has less steam to pop and more likely to reject or stall out near pre-market high or previous day high, whatever the level is I'm looking at. So I readjust the level based on that. So got to make a mental note of that. Now, back to SPY. I played SPY quite a bit. I have some things going on this 2022, so you just need to be in the room for that to understand what I'm going to be doing. But I have SPX puts at, let's see, what time? 10:36, which is right here in this candle. Now, why did I grab it there? 10:36. No real apparent reason why I grabbed it there. I just probably just saw the candle, because you have, went from like what, 472. I got it right here, 472 to, so you get a $3 run right there. So I was probably thinking we were gonna pull back a little bit, getting a little far away from the VWAP, and I did get a little bit of a play right there. I did grab the 47.50 puts at $2.25, and then went to 270, and that little drop right there, I kept trying to guess the top on this. I do remember this day. I did it quite a few times this week. I kept trying to guess the top. I need to stop doing that, because you You can't really underestimate SPY's ridiculousness. I call it that because every time it shows a red candle, SPY loves to do this on strong days. Every time it shows a red candle, it gets people into short, and then it rips. Red candle rips. Red candle, and it rips more. It just loves to do that. I've seen it so many times, and I feel like that almost every time I get caught up in that, and I just think that SPY's done, SPY's exhausted, it's running out of steam, and then it just rips higher. And I kept trying to guess the top quite a few times this week. So I think that's like one of the biggest mistakes I need to stop doing with SPY, is trying to guess the top, because I get burned a lot on that, and sometimes I nail it right to the penny or within a couple cents, and I don't know, but yeah, that's just my 2 cents. Then I ended up grabbing SPY SPX puts again at 47.60, puts at 11.46, which is right here. I think I got it here. I got that little bit of a move right there. I got it close to 50 cents right here. Then it popped, then it started to drop, and it started to look like it was gonna actually fall apart here. So I grabbed it in, what time? 11:46. So it was this candle right here. I grabbed it thinking it was going to actually fall apart, because you get the red candle, the green, it didn't break out, it stayed flat topped right there, and I thought for sure, okay, it's going to reverse right here and come back down to the EMA. Nope, it ripped more. So that was my first loss for the week. Then I switched to calls at 11:23. I took 47.80 calls at $2.65, and they went from 265 to 11.50. Now the thing I want to bring up with this is, I'm going to disconnect this for a second. This is what I was looking at. Bring it down to the 10-minute. I posted it on Twitter the other day. What day is this? This is the 27th, and this is the 27th, right here. Now, this is what I was looking at, and this is why I took calls. Yeah, SPY is up quite a bit, but as you can notice, SPY hasn't tested the 20 EMA, which is this blue line. It likes to test it at least once, and sometimes it has a strong bounce, and sometimes it just has a little tiny bounce. But the thing I really liked about this the most, not only did it come down and test the 20 EMA, but the VIX came down and retested the 20 EMA as well. The same thing works on the other side. If it's dropping, it likes to come back and retest the 20 EMA at least once. So when it came up and retested it, it rejected this 20 EMA the same time this did, SPY did. So when they were both testing it at the same time, I was like, this is a great play right here, because VIX is going to reject and SPY is going to bounce, and it's going to be a pretty nice one too, and it was. So it did work out. Let's just trying to get my thing back together. I just wanted to show the comparison between VIX. I don't think I've seen it happen too much like that, but it did work very, very well. And that end of the day play of the 47.80 calls from 265 to 11.50, and was a 300% move. So that was a good day, minus me trying to guess the top. I got it out of my head finally. Okay, it's end of day, getting to the end of the day. It bounced up to 20 EMA. Screw how much it's gone up. It's going to keep going. So I just said, I went against it, my instincts, and went based on the chart, based on the EMA testing theory that I have, and it worked out well. So then on Tuesday, I had 5 wins. What did I end up finish Monday with? I think 4 wins, 1 loss, or something like that. Yeah, 4 wins, 1 loss. I had 5 winners, flawless day on Tuesday, where I did, let's see, had Disney calls right out of the gate on the 28th right here. Got it right out of the gate. What's the Trade Ideas channel say? I said pre-market Microsoft calls over 344, SPY puts under 477, Disney calls over 153. 153 was this level I had checked off right here. Pre-market high, as you can see, it got higher day on Monday was 154, but it's been channeling right here. right in this 152.80, 152.90 area to 152.50 area. So it's been channeling in a 30 cent, 40 cent area right here. So I was looking, okay, if it gets over this area, because this pivot right here, this 153 is like support here, support, resistance, resistance here. So I don't know if it hit resistance right there. I can't tell if that's a VWAP or the top tail candle. I don't know, but whatever. But that's what I used. And as soon as it broke through it, I grabbed it. I grabbed the 155 calls at 70 cents, and they went to $2.42, a 200% move on that play. Then I ended up grabbing Microsoft. What day is it? The 28th. I grabbed Microsoft. This is what I did. The same thing. I said 344 pre-market, which was right in here. I said it. And it dropped, popped back up, then it dropped right here at the first candle. And I moved my area to buy instead of the 344 at this area right here. This is the beginning of the opening candle. It dropped, came back up. This is where I grabbed it right here. I grabbed the 347.50 calls at $1.40, and they went to $1.60, 20-cent move. Not much. I really thought it was going to have a strong move, and instead it just channeled. It had like a descending triangle right there. So didn't really move much at all. It stayed within, let's see, 343. Well, I could technically say 344. It only stayed in the $3 range, $2.50 range, so it didn't really move much for Microsoft. So, yeah. As you can see, same with Microsoft. I mean, look at it. Any time it gets too far away from the RCT trend line, it gets pulled to it. It gets too far up, comes back down, then it goes back up. You got to play in the direction of this on the hourly. If you want to like swing it, hourly is a good way to go. If you want to day trade, 10 minutes way to go. So in my opinion. Then I had SPY the next few plays. I know another day I kept trying to grab the top, and this was kind of like a toppy move. This was a very choppy day. I did grab 477 puts at 10.08, which is right here. Well, you can see it's starting to look kind of choppy and toppy, I should say. What day is this? The 28th, and I'm on the 20th. I just want to make sure I get the days. This is pre-market right here. It dropped a little bit, came back up, and when this candle rejected, I grabbed it in this one. And they went from 125 to 477 puts. And went from 125 to 157. On non-expiration days, I use SPY. On expiration days, I use SPX. But sometimes SPX is too expensive in the morning, and I will use SPY the first half of the day and SPX the second half of the day. Once in a while, on a non-expiration day, you'll see that SPX is very, very cheap. And I may take an SPX on a non-expiration day, but that's pretty rare. I don't think I've done that this much this past year in 2021. I might have, if I had to guess, probably not more than 5 or 6 times, because usually on non-expiration days, close to at the money's anywhere from $10 to $15, and it's not worth it. You get it wrong and it rips on you, you'll be down really fast. And it's better to go with SPY at the money or in the money, and it's more controllable. You don't lose $10. I mean, if you're paying $15, it can go against you quite like a point or two on SPY, and you'll be down 80% in a flash. And with SPY, you have much more control. You won't be down as much because it doesn't move as fast and as much. So that's why I do that on non-expiration days. So yeah, they went to 477 puts, went from 125 to 157. Then I grabbed them again, the same ones, 477 puts at 1043, which is right 1043. I think I grabbed it right here again. Right in here. When it tried to pop up, came back down, I grabbed it and got this move right here. This VWAP rejection. They got them at 120 and they went to 195 on that push down. In fact, yeah, that whole push right here. I think I sold into here, but I think a couple people, I don't remember who it was, but they actually held on to it, and they did really well on that. So I don't remember who it was, but they did really well on that. So congrats to them. Me, I'm a big believer in, if your position is green and you're selling into strength, don't let it go red on you. Once in a while, I will go against that and hope for a bigger move and hope just doesn't work out. And yeah, this wouldn't have worked. Well, it did work out, but I sold it in here, and if you held through, that would have gone red. Then you got lucky, and it did dump more. But yeah, then the last one of the day was I had 478 calls at looks like 316, which is right 316 right here. Right here. Got that little pop right there. Bounced off this 476 area. It bounced, quickly got rejected right here. I really kind of thought we were going to get slammed in the day. Then it just started chugging up slowly. Then when it got up above the 20 EMA and above this 477 area, that I was thinking, okay, they're going to pop it. And I was also looking at it from the point of view that the market makers, they love to play their shenanigans, and the Fed loves to play their shenanigans, and they want to finish out 2021 really strong, so that way they can go back and brag and say, oh, 2021 was a strong year for the market. The market finished at all-time highs, new records, and blah, blah, blah. It's all about ego and for these market makers and the Fed and their self-interests and stuff like that. So that's why I was like, okay, they're gonna push the end of the day. And that's another thing that they've been doing these wild moves the last 10 minutes. And I'm going to get into that because I did a huge stupid move on Friday, but I'll get to that when I do. But every last 10 minutes, 10-minute candle, there's a massive move. So at this point, I was looking for a pop. We did get the pop. So I got the 478 calls at 88 cents and went to $1.07. Then it gets slammed, and it stays above the 476 area. So yeah, but let's see. Then Wednesday, Wednesday. Okay, I just was looking at something really quick. Let's see. Wednesday, I took 6 wins or 1 loss. Okay, I gotta look at the timestamps. First, it was all SPY plays. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I took SPX 4770 puts at 948, which is right here. As you can see, it dropped down. What did I say in the trade ideas room? SPY puts under, make sure I get the right day here. What's the date on that? 29th. SPY puts under 476. So let's see. 476, which was right down here. But because it tried to pop right in here and failed, that it rejected from pre-market's highs, I grabbed it right here. I got the 470 puts at 280, and they went from 280 to 560. Then I grabbed, let's see, SPX puts again at 1046, which is right here, the VWAP rejection. I had the 4780 puts at $2.95, and they went from 295 to 510 on that little push right there. Then I ended up grabbing them again at God, I played a lot at 1251. No, 1231. No, 1159, which is right here. Okay, so let me back this up just a little bit. Yeah, they went from 295 to 510 right here, and this little move right here. Then it popped back up to the 20 EMA, and I grabbed it again. I grabbed the 4775 call, puts, not calls. So yeah, 4780 right here. Okay, let me back that up. 4770 here. Then I grabbed the 4780 here. Then it popped back up. I grabbed the 4775 right there, and they went from 275 to 340 right there. Then some reason I jumped in and thought, okay, I sold in here. Then I jumped in thinking, oh, well, maybe we're going to finally break this level and we're going to just dump to the RCT trend line and have that move. But I didn't. I had the 4775 puts at 320. I got it right here at the bottom of the day and thinking we were going to flush, and it didn't. So I was like, okay, whatever. Then I took calls at 254, which is right 254 right here. Yeah, 254. right here. I grabbed SPX 4800 calls at $1.55, and they went from $1.55 to $5. Then I took the 47.95 puts at, let me see what the timestamp is, 319 right here. No, right here, 319 right here. This is where I grabbed it, thinking, okay, we're going to reject this pre-market high and the high of day again. We did get a little bit of a drop right here. As you can see, that wick down right in there. I'll blow this up a little more. Right here. Wait, what time was it? Right, no, it's this one right here. It's this candle. As you can see right here, rejected. I grabbed it right here. We got this little drop right there. So I paid $2, and they went from $2 to $2.65. I got the 50-cent move, then it ripped. So luckily I stuck to my 50-cent rule and got in and out. Then I ended up grabbing puts at the end of the day at 342 right here in this candle. I grabbed it right here. As you can see, it started to wick down. And this candle, it started to come down. This is where I got it, right in here, that it popped and it slammed. So luckily it did slam at the last 10 minutes. And they went from 225 to 650. So that was 150% move on that. So yeah, that I almost got trapped in that, because this right here, I really hate buying, shorting at higher day, at end of day, because SPY likes to notoriously likes to rip and squeeze end of day. So that's what I ended up shorting right at the higher day. I was like, oh, this is going to be very, very risky. So that's like, I just don't like doing it end of day. End of the day, that's where you get the real shenanigans and stuff like that. So yeah, I did it anyways and went against my better judgment, and luckily it paid off and stuff like that. So then on Thursday, Thursday was not a good day. Disney. Let's see, Disney. I had Disney calls, 155. I had the 155 calls at rated open, and it's a trade ideas room on Thursday. I said Disney calls over 156, Microsoft calls over 344, and I think that Microsoft did end up breaking. Yeah, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So wait, let me get the wrong day here. Thursday. What was the level? 156. 156 right here. Well, the higher day right here is 155.90. Rounded up for a round number and got the 155 calls at $1.50, went to 225. So that was a nice little play. I had a little bit of a run right here right before it opened, and it dropped and it ended up popping. So had to be really fast. Sometimes these opening candles, I really hate playing them because of the fake outs, but they've been the last week or two that you can get the first 10 minute and the second candle for a continuation. It's been pretty consistent, but you have to watch out for the fake outs. So, but yeah, if you're in and out fast and you're watching the time and sales on the options chain and on the actual stock itself, you can actually pretty much guide where you should start getting out. So if you're green, should start selling into strength and not selling when it's dropping, because the options it drops a lot faster. So you don't want to do that. That's why it's always important to sell on the ask, sell on the way up, sell in the strength, and not in the weakness. Unless you're buying puts, then you sell when it's dropping, but that would be strength too. So you gotta end up making that note and doing that, not panic selling when it's dropping or going against you, and sell it when it's into strength and stuff like that. So that was a nice play. Then I ended up playing SPY puts. I think this was another day that I was trying to guess the top. No, that's actually no. It was just a choppy day. I did grab SPY puts at. Oh yeah, this is one that I took a loss on. I didn't need to. I took the 478 puts at 942, which is right here, thinking we were going to slam, Pop back up, quickly rejected. I got it right in here in this candle, thinking we were going to slam. It didn't pop back up, and I stopped out right here. And look at the rest of the day. It had a huge knife. I know that you don't really know what's going to happen, and and that would have paid out. That was an unnecessary loss. That would have ended up being a winner if I held it, but you would have had to hold it through all this chop. But it was deep green because I had the 478 puts, and it was well into the money. But that was a loss I didn't need to take. Then I took Microsoft. I did break that level, I think, or I changed my thesis on it. I got Microsoft at 1019, so it was right here in this candle. Yeah, I grabbed it in this candle. I probably grabbed it right here as it dropped back down. This was my initial entry. What was it, say 344? Oh, that's way up here. But pre-market's right here. It dropped down right here. So because it dropped down this much from pre-market and opening range candle, this is the area where I would have bought it right here because it did drop and made a little bit of a J hook. So I got to watch more for these J hooks. But the thing I really hate about some of these J hooks is that, especially on SPY, well, it will drop like 3 or 4 points, then it'll come back up to higher day, and you're thinking, okay, that's going to be the range, because the SPY loves to do a range, and sometimes a narrow range, and trick people and thinking that it's not going to go anymore, and you end up shorting it, or you just end up missing it because you think, okay, SPY is already getting ready, it's already made a $4 move, it's not going to make any more of a move. Then it rips another $4 or $5, and J hooks like a really big J hook, and you're just like, okay, I can't believe it made that kind of a move. But you just, hindsight's 2020, you don't know if SPY is going to have a $2 range, a $1 range, or a $10 range, and you just need to just play what you can, try your best to see if you can get it right. And right here, I liked it and didn't drop that much on Microsoft, and then it came back up. I grabbed it right here, so I grabbed the 345 calls at 92 cents and went to $1.07. So nothing substantial there, but a nice little play. Then I ended up playing SPY puts again, and this one I did get right. I didn't stop out. I got it at 1039, which is right here, right when it started to reject. I got back in here again, so I got it here, stopped out here, and I did re-grab it here at the 478 puts this time, and I got them for $1.06, and they went to $1.24. Nothing substantial, small little wins except for the Disney. And then I ended up taking another loss. I grabbed 478 calls on SPY at 246, which is right here. I grabbed it right here. Now, one of the things I've been noticing over the last month or two is that when SPY chops underneath VWAP, it likes to pop. If it's above VWAP and chops, see, like right here, it chopped underneath it and it popped. If it chops on top of it, it likes to drop. Right here, it didn't. Yeah, no, that's underneath. It did pop a little bit, but no, I'm not really showing any good examples. But I brought him up in the room a few times. Of course, now I'm not going to find any. That's why you need to be in the room. See, it chops underneath it, then it pops up. Yeah, no, I'm not going to find any good examples. But yeah, usually if it chops on top of VWAP, it will drop. And if it chops underneath it, it will end up popping. So usually I've been seeing that trend happen for at least the last couple months. So I thought for sure it was going to work. Let's see, where are we? Let me get to the right day here. I went too far back. Yeah, so I got it here thinking we were underneath VWAP. We're just channeling, building momentum to just break through it and get back to higher days. So I had the 470 calls at 121. And let's see. Yeah, 121, and I got out at once at 75 cents. So I did take a little bit of a hit on that. No, not much, but could go from 121 to 75 cents. So like 50 cents. Yeah, close to 50 cents, a little over 50 cents. But I really thought it was going to pop, and it just dropped. See, this is last 10 minutes. Well, before drop happened like at 3:30. So So yeah, I did finish 3 and 2 on that day. Not that great of a day. So now on Friday, I had a pretty decent day. I timed the end of the day play really horrible. So I'll get SPY going. SPY was the first one. I took Reddit open. Let's see what the Trade Ideas channel said on Friday. Baba puts under 121 and SPY calls over 476.50. 476.50. I missed this. I know some people in the room did grab it and did get it. I was in Baba. Was it? No, I wasn't in Baba yet. No. I did grab this. I don't know what I'm thinking. Yeah, I grabbed the calls right here. 477, the 476 calls right here. For some reason I was looking at this. I thought I had puts, but no, I had calls. The 476 calls right here, 131, and they went from 131 to 155 in that little push right there. But I did end up grabbing Baba right after this push. For some reason, I thought I grabbed Baba before I grabbed SPY. That's why I thought I got this move and not the push up. But yeah, I did grab the 476 calls on SPY. So got a little bit of a win on that. But Baba, I had... I was looking at Baba because, look at this massive day it had. I mean, it had this monster day on Thursday where I went from 112 to 124. I had a $12 day. It gapped down a little bit and it started to chop right in this area. So I just was like, okay, if it gets below this 121 area, I'm grabbing it. I did. It popped up at first. I do remember watching this as I was trading SPY because I was watching it actually trying to break the PDC previous day's close right here, and it rejected and it came back down, and I grabbed it. So got it at $1.60, went to actually no, $1.50, not $1.60, and they went from $1.50 to $2.49. And I remember when I got into it, I chased it because it was, when I looked at it, it was around $1.20 or $1.10 or something like that. And I got it at $1.50. I was like, I think I chased it too much. So, but it did work out. So it was a nice little play. I gotta stop watching my typos more because I've been typoing a lot on a couple things. My stats, I gotta work on that and double check my stuff before I post them. Then I took SPY. I had SPY the rest of the day. Had 3 more plays on SPY for the week. Let's see, Friday. I really kicked myself for this because this is something I really did that was stupid. But I had 476 puts at 947. This is where I grabbed it right, 947, right here. Let me blow it up so we can actually see it. We got here, we got Baba here. And when it came back and broke below this area right in here, this 475, 60-ish area, that's where I grabbed it. And I got the 476 puts at $1.20 and then went to $1.74 on that drop. Then I ended up grabbing puts again at 1024, which is right here in this candle. Came up to this 476 area, rejected again, and I got it right here underneath VWAP. And they went from $1.15 to $1.46 in that drop. Not as much, but still a nice little play. Then I ended up grabbing, I didn't grab anything else midday. I kind of took it easy, being New Year's Eve and stuff like that. Didn't want to do too much, and thinking it was going to chop. Plus the volume was very pitiful for SPY. I mean, 10-minute candles, only 300, less than 400,000 volume on a 10-minute candle on SPY. I mean, that's just really pitiful. Usually it's millions, but no, it's like a quarter of what it usually is in a 10-minute candle. But I did grab SPY puts at 257, which is right here. Right there. This is where I grabbed it. It's chopping. A little bit of head and shoulders, left head, right shoulder, and I thought, okay, it's going to slam to lower day. It didn't. It popped back up, and then it finally slammed, and they never went green. Never. So I shouldn't have got in here. I mean, every time you think that power hour something's going to happen, going into power hour or actually power hour, and And SPY just doesn't do anything until the last 10 minutes. I gotta keep a mental note of that. I've been doing it pretty well over the last couple of weeks at the waiting for the last 10 minutes and not getting sucked into the plays that look pretty good and having like a little bit of FOMO. And I thought it was gonna dump and I was gonna miss this move, and I ended up taking a loss on it. So I just that was a dumb move. I should have just ignored the chart and just waited for the last 10 minutes. If I waited for the last 10 minutes, I would have got this, and that probably would have been a 500% move. And instead, I was just trying to get green. So kind of very surprised that the last 10-minute candle on the year was a slammer. But I was also looking at the weekly candle on SPY. So if you look at the weekly, as long as the weekly candle finishes green, I mean, I think that the market makers and stuff like that call it a win at the end of the year. So yeah, so I figured, okay, even if it does drop, it's going to stay above this what is the low on this? 472 area. So it's going to stay above 472. So it does finish the week with a green candle. So that would have been a pretty significant drop anyways, 476 to 472. Plus a lot of people are going to sell their positions and try to get their take their losses and get some little bit of for their tax purposes and stuff like that, for the end of the year tax. So yeah, I should have not got it here. I should have got it the last 10 minutes. That would have been definitely better. But it is what it is. I need to try to wait for the last 10 minute candle and not get sucked into the last hour. And even though, even though you'd think this would have turned green, but there's so much theta and it took too much time, it just didn't work out. So that's going to do it for the recap. I hope this has helped, and that's going to do it. So thanks for watching.